teams wait to enter the stage. Real Madrid against Chelsea in the International Champions Cup. Some names not quite ready to step out again in starting action. But some rich talent on show as both teams gear up for what they hope will be seasons of success. One of the stellar clashes in the International Champions Cup, Real Madrid against Chelsea. And here they come. Chelsea not going to don their traditional colours here this afternoon. Around, well, just past 3 o'clock local time. Officials today, Younes Marakci is the referee, assisted by Jason White, Igor Resnick and Donovan Nucha, the fourth official. Pretty strong lineups for both, it must be said, although there are some notable names either not here or not starting. John Terry leading Chelsea out as he has so often with distinction in the past. It's a Real Madrid side that were led out by Marcelo, who had one or two questionable moments in the previous game against Paris Saint-Germain, which they lost by 3-1, although Zinedine Zidane was happy enough with the contribution of his players, I would imagine, particularly in the second period when some youngsters got a chance in the spotlight. But as he says, this is Madrid. We must win. The meet and greet. Chelsea deprived the opportunity to repeat this meeting on the European stage. It is quite a sight. Real Madrid players break. Well, there are obvious absentees for Real Madrid that need no introduction, but Zinedine Zidane only makes 3 changes from the side that started against Paris Saint-Germain. Isco, Hesse and Danilo wait on the bench. Dani Carvajal, Marcos Asensio and Mariano Diaz make the step up. This is the Chelsea team. They draft in Oscar and Pedro today for Fabregas and Moses. It seems as though Oscar may start as the deep-lying playmaker that Conte likes. Ruben Loftus-Cheek also looking set to take up a striking role once again. Perhaps the key talking points as we look at the lineup ahead of this one. And there is referee Younes Marakci. Important figure in refereeing in this country. He does a lot to mentor up-and-coming young officials. A vital role in the game. A smile on his face, and relatively pleased with what his team produced. First time out. So the Cavernous University of Michigan Stadium playing host to 2 of the great names of the game. Chelsea having a difficult season last year. Real Madrid landing Europe's greatest prize.
That's a very high line from Real Madrid. Normally you'd expect the edge of the box. Carvajal seeming to be taking control, being the leader.
And then it goes from Willian. Oh, where's it going to drop? Oh, and Matic was in there. And the first big scare of the night for Real Madrid, and there's considerable relief in their ranks.
It's an absolute shambles defensively. Some players holding the high line. 2 or 3 Real Madrid players not sure where to go. They're dropping in too early and playing Chelsea players on side, and it was a good save in the end from Kika Casilla. It's an ideal situation, isn't it, as a new manager, to have a look at players that you've seen for the first time, getting to know, and you just have an idea or two that maybe 1 or 2 players might be able to adapt and play in a different position.
Spread well initially there by Morata, and now here Real Madrid can build, and it's over Mariano Diaz's head. So, oh! Well, Nemanja Matic certainly testing the alertness of Asmir Begovic there.
A wry smile from Matic and a thumbs up towards his goalkeeper. Asensio able to cross into the box. Begovic, it's quite a comfortable save in the end, but it was a surprising save that Begovic, that almost caught him by surprise. That was the initial reaction.
Lucas Vazquez. Mola Aina stretching. Not the most certain of clearances by Traore. It's Marcelo now for Real Madrid. Waiting for the shooting chance! And he took full advantage of it! Real Madrid in front, thanks to the strike from distance by their captain for the day, Marcelo. He enjoyed it.
Because it's with his right foot. And that's why the grins were on the bench of the Real Madrid players and manager Zidane.
Yeah, there's the deflection.
It's quite a significant deflection as well. He deserves a little bit of luck. He cuts inside. He's always going to unleash the attempt at goal. And it comes off of Oscar. Deceives the goalkeeper, Begovic. Unfortunate for the goalkeeper, who probably had it covered. But at that speed, it was a powerful hit shot from Marcelo as well.
Vazquez and Asensio plotting. Asensio to play it in, free header. Begovic able to turn it to safety. Varane arriving onto the end of it.
Probably should score. Excellent delivery into the box, but I was critical of Real Madrid's earlier defending from a set piece, and I have to be fair and criticise Chelsea there. So Morata is on hand as well. Varane, both of them totally unmarked. Appeals for the offside, but that wasn't given.
Here's Kovacic. Marcelo on his favoured side this time. The arguments can work both ways.
I guess this summer in particular is difficult, isn't it? Because we had the European Championships and the Copa America.
Here's Marcelo. Well, he's loving it tonight. And he's in for a second, and he's got it! Well, he can scarcely believe it. And neither can Asmir Begovic for different reasons. In total command now. 2-0 to Real Madrid.
Well, it shouldn't be any surprise to Chelsea, should it? But the left back of Real Madrid likes to get forward. And they give away possession there. And here he receives the ball. Little give and go of Asensio. Drives between Cahill and Matic. He's guilty of giving the ball away there. Reina unnecessarily losing the possession. Marcelo makes him pay. Matic and Cahill can't stop Marcelo, and neither can Begovic. And 3 goals in the 2 games now for the left back.
Yeah, struck from the spot, didn't he, against Paris Saint-Germain. Yeah, it's a rare opportunity for someone else to stake a claim, isn't it? I don't know if Marcelo might, even at this stage, fancy a crack for the hat-trick.
Well, you go down the pecking order, they're quite a way down the pecking order. There's no Gareth Bale either, there's no Toni Kroos, Modric.
Yep.
Sergio Ramos likes a free kick as well.
Well, the candidates here are Casemiro and Asensio. It's going to be Casemiro, and it really warmed the hands of Begovic.
How far down the pecking order do you think Casemiro is, and taking another free kick for Real Madrid when the big hitters are back? And it's a decent effort.
Really
Good save from Begovic.
Really is enjoy it while it lasts, isn't it? Kovacic. Marcelo. That's it back from Morata. Oh, and that's an ambitious effort and a stunning goal! Oh my goodness! Mariano Diaz with us, absolute beauty. Well, we've been warned about thunder tonight and lightning.
Sensational strike and good play from Real Madrid in the build-up. Quick, incisive passing, looking to play the ball forward at every opportunity. See Kovacic, Asensio, the ball's being moved around really well. Marcelo involved, little give and go, but what a stunning strike. He gets power on it, but he's using the inside of his foot, wraps his foot around it. And the ball is moving and swerving all over the place, impossible to deal with for Begovic. It's a brilliant strike, young player, trying to make his way up Real Madrid. An illustrious list of players ahead of him. In pre-season tour, that's the way to impress Zinedine Zidane.
Well, it is some way to inch yourself up that long queue. Udinese. Good burst by Ola Aina. It's Cuadrado. It's Matic. Batshuayi. It's a good while since Kiko Casilla has been in the game as much as this, the Real Madrid keeper.
It's a Chelsea team that look bristled about the scoreline, don't they? Come out fired up in the second half. It's all of the players been the attacking half for Chelsea in the opening 7 minutes of the second period.
Oh, and Terry's there, but he was climbing all over Marcos Llorente. A reliable source of set-piece goals here and there.
Possibly that's one way that Chelsea could quickly get back into this game.
Odegaard, a man about whom you'll have heard a fair bit. Sergio Diaz. Mariano Diaz fancies another, off target this time.
He's got an interesting technique, isn't he? Where he kind of tries to wrap his foot around it, but at the same time still strikes it with the instep. I expect them to really look to take control of this game now, irrespective of the scoreline. To dominate possession, keep shoving the ball into Eden Hazard.
Driving run from Hazard. It will reach Cuadrado. Chalobah, who can hit him. Traore, sprightly turn, Chalobah! Well, definitely Chelsea's best opportunity of the second period.
It's good play from the midfield player. Good play from centre forward Traore as well. Hold the ball up, release the pass at the right time, and Chalobah just drags his shot wide at the post. Side foot finish across goal. It's incredible to believe that Eden Hazard didn't score a goal until week 34 of the Premier League campaign. He's easily the best player in the Premier League the season that Chelsea won the title.
Well, there's no flag here, and Hazard can finish it off. And some consolation for Chelsea. The substitute does make an impact. And his pleasure is clear for all to see.
He finished the season in good form. He took that form into the European Championships. Chelsea will be desperate to see the best of this player again this season. Beats the offside trap. An accomplished finish. Doesn't panic, not that you ever think he would. Wonderfully gifted footballer, does what he has to get past Ruben Yanez and concentrates on the finish. Let's give Chelsea a glimmer of hope.
Febas. Here's Moses. Got to hold their run. Batshuayi, the flag has stayed down. Well, it's a heroic piece of defending at the last from Danilo.
He's turning into his teammates, so giving the ball away cheaply. Batshuayi trips over his own feet before taking on the attempt. There's a little stumble there. Big credit has to go to Danilo, who saw the danger, got across just in the nick of time.
Mariano Diaz. Here's Danilo. Escaped Zidane's clutches. Cahill. Some neat feet from the centre-back, Batshuayi. Here's a possibility. Well, Hazard had given up on it for a moment, but he gets his reward for staying with it. And the margin is down to 1 in the final few seconds. Hazard staying cool again, and it's 3-2.
Against the youngsters, they've had chances, haven't they? Batshuayi missed a really good opportunity, blocked by Danilo. I do feel with 10 minutes left, Cahill makes his move out of defence. Batshuayi picks it up. Slide rule pass into Hazard, who hesitated. Likewise, the goalkeeper makes the mistake. It's indecisive goalkeeping from Ruben Yanez. You can see Hazard actually thinks it's going to be the goalkeeper's ball there. He realises he's back in with a chance. He doesn't waste the opportunity. Tap round the goalkeeper and finishes it off.
Well, is there time for one more chance? Is there time for one more goal for Chelsea here? Well, Hazard is certainly starting this season in much better fettle. Finished so strongly, as you said, Terry, in the last campaign. Yeah, one off a hat-trick. It's Cuadrado. Well, he might just level it up. There's certainly numbers arriving. Matic, Moses and Batshuayi had all made their way into the penalty area.
John Terry's in there now.
But that's the last act of a really engaging encounter here in Ann Arbor. Real Madrid's first half. But the youngsters and their naivety played a part in Chelsea getting back into it in the second.